Hey guys, Jen here from Craft Penguin Planner. Welcome to my channel. Today we are going to, I'm going to show you my order from the penny pages, and we're going to do a plan with me in my academic planner for the week of November 9th through the 15th. So let me show you what I ordered from the penny pages first. This came in like literally right after I left to go to the cabin for the weekend. So, you know, I couldn't exactly film it right away, but I did want to take the time to show you. So here was Caitlin's freebie. And I should mention, I got this during the TPC sale. Here is the freebie for all orders during the sale. I just love it. You know what? Penny wrapped in the Christmas lights. I love that. And then she had some tiers where she did 3 different of these kind of sheets. You've got the Thanksgiving one, and it's got a box, some little washi strips, and some other functionals, and the one little bit of with Penny and Maddie there. I just love that. And the turkeys. And then here was another one of those, and the candy canes and rainbows one. I really like this artwork so much. She's really having so much fun with the rainbows with everything, and I'm just loving it. Also came with this dashboard. I love it. And then I ordered a bunch of stuff. Well, I say a bunch, but I ordered a few things. I went ahead and I got a monthly for my academic planner for December. So these are the months and the date dots. And this is that Candy Canes and Rainbows collection. I really, really loved this one, so I had to get this in the monthly. So this will be in for my academic. This is the A5 wide size, which is what the academic planner is. And then this sheet has all of your functional boxes and a couple of like patterned header type pieces. So that's the monthly. And I ordered a bunch of academic kits. So I did get the Thanksgiving one, which will be, this one will probably be used for Thanksgiving week. It'll either be next week or Thanksgiving week. Probably Thanksgiving week. So you probably will see this one filmed. Of course, I had to have the candy canes and rainbows. I had to have the winter days one as well because, you know, Penny Penguin. Absolutely my favorite. And then I also got the rainbows and snow kit for the academics. So I got 4 of her newest academic kits as well as a monthly for it, and lots of freebies. I love them all. Thank you so much, Destiny, and I cannot wait to put these to use. So you'll be seeing these whether on this channel or on my Instagram and Facebook page when I share my spreads. So, I've already taken the time to white out the days of the week to save us a few minutes, but we're going to use this kit, the Thanks and Giving kit from my shop. So yeah, since I'm going to use this one now, I'll use that one I just showed you from the penny pages for the week of Thanksgiving. And I went ahead and, like I did the last time, I went ahead and got my headers so that I can easily peel them up because you know I struggle with the unicorn paper. So, yeah, let's get started on this. It feels like forever since I've been on here. Really. I guess I don't need that for the side. It just feels like forever, but it's not going to feel that way to you just because I still scheduled a bunch of videos and those were all posted when they were supposed to, but it has been about a week and a half since I filmed anything. So for me, it has been forever. I had my little vacation up at the cabin with my husband, and we had an amazing time. I'll tell you all about that. So he went back on the road today, this morning. So now it's time for me to get back in the groove. I don't know about you, but trying to get back in the groove after 5 days off, it's interesting. I feel like I've been moving at a snail's pace lately, but you know. So we went to Tennessee. We went to Gatlinburg. Had a cabin up there that we rented for the weekend. It was Friday through Monday. Monday was when we had to be out by, I think checkout was like 10 or 10:30 was when we had to be out of there by. But of course we were out of there way earlier than that. But we couldn't check into the cabin until 3 o'clock on Friday. But we went ahead and we left on Thursday because we didn't want to be driving all day and get to the cabin incredibly late or anything like that. So we decided to go ahead, leave Thursday, get a hotel in the area, you know, somewhere close by, and then Friday we could go ahead and check in and enjoy the cabin. So Thursday we got up early, okay? And when I say early, I mean, it's early for me. Anything's early for me if it's before 9 something or 10, just because of, oh, no, don't you dare. Whew. Okay. Anything is early for me just because I tend to go to bed so late. But 4:30, I think, is early for most people. We got up around 4:30. And by 5:45, we were officially on the road. It's about an 8-hour drive from here to there. But yeah, that was, it was much longer than that because we this was when what was it called? Hurricane Zeta was coming through the area, and it was coming through Tennessee and eastward Thursday. So we left and we're literally driving into a tropical storm. So we hit that, obviously, on our way. I didn't do any of the driving. My husband did it all, which I'm happy for because, you know, I honestly don't like driving in the rain, especially when it's dark, because I can't see. I struggle to drive at night a lot of times anyway, just because the headlights blind me. I can but it's just not my favorite of things. And then when you add rain to it, forget it. I just will not do that if I don't have to. And then, of course, you've got the wind on top of it being a tropical storm at that point. So, yeah, my husband drove all the way. So, we're driving in a tropical storm. And then we were on I-81. We were almost to Roanoke, Virginia. And we had planned on stopping in Roanoke. We had a little over a quarter of a tank of gas at this point when, you know, we would have still had about a quarter of a tank stopping when we would get to Roanoke, except we hit traffic. A backup. A massive backup, I should add. It was a backup so much that we literally sat in traffic for probably close to 2 hours because, I mean, and barely moved during that time. We were less than 10 miles away from Roanoke, and it took us probably every bit of 2 hours or so to get there just because of it. Oh, wow, that's crooked. And I don't think I'm even going to be able to get that up to move it. Let's see. Oh, maybe. Tweezers. Oh, yes. Thank you. Sweet. Okay. So we hit traffic because there apparently was a really bad accident and they shut the interstate down. So yeah, what should have been more than enough gas to get us through, you know, to Roanoke, where we were planning on stopping, getting gas, getting something to eat, because by this point we were hungry, all the things. And no, we actually got to a point where we started to panic because the car was telling us we had about 30 miles left on the tank until it was empty. Oh, I need the date dots. I keep putting the tweezers down thinking I'm ready to put headers down, but nope. So yeah, and we had maybe at this point 4 miles or less to the nearest gas station, but we were barely moving, and you know, so it came to a point we actually shut the car off when traffic stopped moving for a few minutes just to save fuel, because we did not want to be on the side of the road out of gas waiting for somebody to come help, which would take who knows how long to get to us with the backup, or, you know, and then, yeah, we were not happy at that moment, but luckily traffic suddenly opened up and we were able to get to that gas station, get filled up before running out of gas. So very thankful for that. But it was stressful in the moment. Then, you know, we finally got there. Trying to think what time we actually got into town to check into our hotel, but it was later than we anticipated. That's for sure. So we got there, we got all checked in, and then we decided, because my friend Kelly lives in Tennessee, and after my husband had planned this trip, he had asked how far from that area she lived, and come to find out, you know, it's less than an hour. So we had invited them to come to the cabin with us for the weekend, give her a break. So, we decided that we were going to go surprise her. We knew she was working. We knew where she worked, but I mean, it's not like I had an address for her work or anything. But you know, there's this fancy thing called Google and Google Maps, and there was only one of the store in this city, so it's like, okay, well, let's go surprise her at work. So we went and we pulled up at Dollar General. We saw her vehicle out there, so we knew we found the right place, and we kind of snuck on in there. Saw her up at the register. Apparently, she even looked right at my husband and didn't realize it was him. But here we were wearing baseball caps and masks, so trying to recognize anybody at that distance with wearing stuff you're not used to, and you know, you're not going to notice as quickly. So we decided to go, why not go grab a little bit of candy for the weekend, because, you know, it's Halloween, and we thought it would be nice to have something for the kids, and, you know, so we walked around, grabbed a couple of things. Well, it was more than just a couple of things. We grabbed a decent handful of things, and then we were getting up to the register, and we didn't even see her. Apparently, it was her break time. So we got to the register, and Dave, my husband, asks the lady at the register and says, "Hey, I have kind of an odd question. Is there any way we can speak to Kelly?" And she's like, "Yeah." And you hear a voice come from the room that's like behind the register, which is their break room. And she's like, "That sounds like a Dave." And of course, Dave goes, "I don't know what you're talking about." You know, playing kind of, you know. And then, I forget what I said, but I said something. Or no, she said, she asked, "Did you happen to bring your wife?" And I'm like, I don't know. I said something in response, and she comes flying, and I'm not even exaggerating, flying out of that room so fast, and ran over, and the biggest, tightest bear hug you ever did feel. And she had tears coming down, and I couldn't see the face of the customers in line behind me, but apparently there was a gentleman behind us in line that is a regular, so knows Kelly, and she made him cry. She saw tears rolling down his face. It was priceless. It was very amazing. I mean, words cannot explain how incredible it was. So, absolutely priceless. It had been a very long day on the road. You know, with driving through a tropical storm, getting stuck in traffic, all that frustration, and to see her face when we just randomly surprised her at work it made all that crazy worth it. So yeah, so we surprised her at work, and of course, we got to see her the next day for when we were going to the cabin. So what we did with that was she had to work in that morning, so we went and what did we do? We drove a little ways away and went to Costco to pick up a couple things we wanted for that weekend, food-wise. That way, when she was off of work, we could meet her. So we decided to go ahead and meet up with her, and then went to Walmart with her and the kids to get a few more things, because we didn't buy everything at Costco, but we needed to get groceries for the weekend. So I kind of let them, but I let Dave and Kelly go into Walmart and get what we needed. I sat in the van with the kids while they did the shopping. That way, you know, is less crazy. And then we went to the cabin. Unfortunately, it got later than we really wanted it to. So it was getting dark by the time we were going up to a cabin in the mountains in the dark when you've never been there before is quite an interesting thing. But we found it okay. There were some moments that were pretty steep, and then you get to the top and you barely can see anything looking down until you start driving over it. And it can be a little nerve-wracking when it's pitch black out in the mountains, but you know, all is well. My husband was driving, we're good. So we got there and had dinner and just relaxed a little bit that night. That was Friday. So yeah, Kelly and I sat down and did some planning too, like we would do on Friday nights. We didn't finish planning everything that night just because we were all tired. It was, you know, a long, busy day. And that's okay. We had all weekend. It's not like we had to do, let's see. I'm trying to think how I want to mark this too. I know Monday and Friday are going to be uploads like normal, so let me put those down. I have my upload script. And I brought these out. A friend gave me these. These are from Orange Umbrella Co. And I thought some of these colors would work really well with this, so that's why I brought this out. I'm thinking the yellow and the red. Okay, so let's mark these and arrows from my shop. So Saturday, so yeah, Friday night we did some of that planning. We did some planning. Of course, once we got in the cabin and everything, we looked around, we showed the kids around to different things and went over rules of just everything, because this cabin had some arcade games in it, which we knew. That's why my husband picked that cabin, was because he was interested in the arcade games. So we made sure we talked to the kids, gave them the rules of all that and whatnot before we let them go play. And so it was a really good, relaxing first night in the cabin once we got there and settled and everything. Saturday, Dave made breakfast. We made chocolate chip pancakes and blueberry pancakes. So good, so good, so good. And of course, some bacon and eggs to go with that. It was amazing. And I don't eat that stuff that often, actually. So, well, not chocolate chip pancakes. I don't. I eat eggs and stuff now, but now that I can eat them again, I do. But let's see. But yeah, Saturday we did that. Kelly and I sat down and did some crocheting. Dave played on his PS4 a little bit. Of course, we all played some of the games throughout the weekend as well, the arcade games that are there. I crocheted a couple of amigurumi. Amigurumi is a stuffed animal, like a, stuffed, it's just a fancy word for a stuffed animal. So I made some amigurumi little candies that I figured I'd give to the kids. So I made 2 of those that morning real quick. And then we finished planning. We just relaxed, watched some TV, played some games. I mean, really, we just chilled out. And Sunday was like our last full day there, but Kelly and the kids couldn't stay like all day just because Kelly had to be back to work Monday morning. Kids had to go to school, that kind of thing. So we enjoyed that morning, played some more games. Of course, Kelly made breakfast that morning. Dave was going to do it, but, Dave and I drove down and topped the car off with gas that day. Okay, yeah, I have Monday and Friday I'll be sharing my plan with me, so we'll put those down. What else? I mean, we had a relaxing morning, enjoying the time with Kelly and the kids. Oh yeah, we did, we took some photos because, we wanted to have some special pictures and stuff too. Yeah, we'd taken some other pictures during the weekend, but we wanted some others. I have the hot shirt, the Husbands of TPC shirt that I had gotten for Dave, so I wanted to get some actual good photos of him in that over the weekend too, so I made sure I got some of those. We got some photos. We gave the camera to Kelly for a little bit so she could get some pictures of Dave and I, and there were some really hilarious photos that she ended up taking just because she took some just shots at very much random. And, yeah, I don't even know with some of these pictures, like, what was going on. It was just too funny. So, got pictures, just relaxed, watched, some TV and things like that. Kids played some more games and whatnot before they left. And then we helped them get down the mountain. We, directed them to pretty much till we got to the main road, and then Kelly knew exactly where she was from there. So, but we wanted to make sure she didn't get lost going down. And then Dave and I retreated back to the cabin for the night, just kind of relaxed. They had, both bedrooms had one of those big tubs with the jets in it. Oh, got to relax in that. They had a hot tub there, but Kelly did go in it, and I think that's, it was, you know, it would have been nice for me to go in it or whatever, but she did say there was like mold on the lid and stuff, which we were not thrilled about. And so yeah, we just kind of got turned off to the fact of going into it. This weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I'm going to be running a sale. I'm going to do a customs only and grab bag sale. That way, I'm going to do customs before Black Friday so that I can speed things up for Black Friday itself. Let's use this one, I think. So what I'm going to do is I am going to plan to post in TPC that day. And I think I'm going to put, I may go ahead and put check boxes down for all 3 days, because I probably will share stuff that weekend related to that. Obviously I will on Friday. Maybe I'll use these boxes here to mark the beginning of that sale. Okay, so I'll do that while I keep talking about the weekend. So yeah, so we got her down the mountain and whatnot, and you know, we retreated back for the rest of the day. I ended up making chicken parmesan for lunch that day because Kelly had mentioned she hadn't had it in a long while. So, and I do a really good chicken parmesan, not to brag or anything, but I do make some things like that that are very, very good. So we wanted to go ahead and make that so she could enjoy, and we gave her a lot of stuff like that to take back with her to her house. A lot of leftovers for 2 reasons. One, because, well, why not? It's something her and the kids can enjoy. And 2, obviously, well, we were leaving the next morning. The food had to go somewhere, and to take some of that stuff back and expect it to be okay in a cooler for 8 hours is, you know, it's asking a lot. So we ended up relaxing that day, but I ended up with really, really bad indigestion from the chicken parmesan. I have problems with my acid reflux sometimes with spaghetti sauce and whatnot, so I think that's what irritated it, which wasn't the most pleasant thing for the night, but you know. And then Monday morning we got up. We went to bed early Sunday night just because, you know, sleep. I do not know yet what's going to be posted Tuesday and Wednesday. I'm just going to be honest. So I have like 8 more check boxes, which will get used throughout this week. It's just when or where and what they're going to be. So I don't want to put anything down unless I know exactly what it is. So this will get finished off this week. But yeah, so we got up really early Monday morning. I had to get up and use the restroom. It was about 3 in the morning. And my husband took advantage of the fact that I got out of bed. He had been tossing and turning, and he's like, yep, let's go. So we headed on our way home after that. And I can tell you about the rest of that in the next video, because this is the final spread. So there you have it. I hope you enjoyed this. It was great getting back on here. If you enjoyed, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe so I can see you next time. Bye, friends.